This is a Periscope practice chat. Periscope is a mobile phone app that allows you to chat in real time. I am practicing before I'm comfortable enough to broadcast in real time. Here's one of my practices where I'm chatting about some thrift finds. You will see a lot of movement and blur as I'm holding my phone in my hand and I'm still getting used to how to scope. But I thought I'd share today's practice session with you on The.Meri.Atelier.
There I am. It's me. I am testing. I'm practicing. I went to the thrift store today, and I want to show you what I got. I had $10 to spend, and I had $12, but I wanted to keep some for taxes. And I found this roll of fabric that I just loved. I loved that fabric. I wanted it so bad. There were 8 yards of it, and they wanted $16 for it. I didn't have $16. I wasn't going to go get my other change out of my car. I limited myself to $10. So I took it up to the desk, and I said, this is a thrift store. This is a thrift store that relies on donations from the public. I said, could I get you to come down just a little bit on it? Well, she had to go get the manager, and the manager hemmed and hawed and then said no. And I said, well, if you won't come down on it, she said, well, we sell it, there's 8 yards of it, and we sell it for $2 a yard. And I said, well, would you cut a couple yards for me? No. I walked away, and under my breath I said, you take that fabric and stick it. I should not have been so mean. I'm sure they heard me. I'm sure that lady heard me. I'm sure the other clerk at the desk heard me. But it really gets to me when this is a thrift store that relies on donations. That's where they get all their and I understand they've got overhead. I understand that, but I didn't want 8 yards of it. And most places would say, sure, $2 a yard, sell me 2 yards at $4. Then I would have $6 left to spend on something else, and I'd have a good attitude. And all you'd have to do is cross off they were selling it for $16, cross off $4, they could sell the rest of it for $12, which is what I had to spend total anyway. But I don't know. That really bothered me. But I did not get the fabric, and so I I circled that thrift store, I think, 5 times, deciding what I wanted. I looked at everything, and I've gone to a lot of thrift stores, and I don't really need anything. However, I did find some things, and I added them up. I don't have it with me. I put it in my art room in my studio, but I got a T-square with a metal ruler on it, which I really like, because a lot of times they're wooden. And this is a metal one. And I paid $3 for it, and I thought, well, that's really nice, a nice metal ruler, and this was nice. And so I got that, so that's $3. So I had $7 left to spend, and I bet I went around that thrift store 5 times, circling, looking at things, looking at tops, and they had some Christmas things out, and they had some figurines, and I don't need any more Christmas stuff. I don't need any more figurines. There's what I want, like that fabric, was more than I was willing to pay. And I think a lot of their things in there, they mark too high. Maybe they think people can afford that. I don't know. I put a lot back. However, I went back to the craft area, and I found some things, and I think I got some really nice things. I'm going to switch my camera down. Okay, here's what I got. I flipped my camera to horizontal mode here. I got this linen sampler, and I think it's been done with, this only cost me 99 cents. Now this is the type of thing that I look for. This was in the craft bin, all crumpled up at the bottom. And I got my earphones on. And I paid 99 cents for it. And I'm sure that it's hand done. And I'm going to wash it and press it. And I was thinking that I'd make a little decoration out of it. Because I do like when I find things that are cheaper. This is a placemat or a sampler. And it says, it's one of those verses that says, no matter where I serve my guests, it seems they like my kitchen best. But I can make those square, I make those square needlework ornaments. But if I cut the stove, then I'm cutting her off. And I get her, I cut the stove off. And if I take everything, that's about 3 or 4 inches. So that means I need 16 inches this way. And that doesn't work for me unless I add something to it. So I'm still working with it. But this is going to be altered. So I got that piece and I really like it. And then I was digging through their lace pieces. And I don't know what, this is a weird piece. I only paid 99 cents for it, but it's really pretty. I'm sure this is done by machine. But it's kind of like a leaf design. Good thing you don't have smell-o-vision because it smells like it's been in with some potpourri. But it's triangular in shape. I don't know if I can get, maybe it was a curtain of some sort. But even then, you know, the design itself, which makes me think it was cut from a piece of fabric, the design itself of these leaves run horizontally this way. So I can think of several things to do with that. And then this is, I'm sure this is handmade. This is another crocheted placemat or doily. And it was only 99 cents. So I like to collect these things. I don't know what she charged me for this. It didn't have a price tag on it. And I think the other lady who heard that manager tell me no, felt sorry for me and just gave it to me. I really think she did because it doesn't have a price tag on it. And then I got, this was also, let me look here. This was also 99 cents. Yes, I don't have my light on, but I just love this. And I was trying to determine whether this was machine made or handmade. I think these stitches might be done with a machine because if you look at them really, really close, I mean, to do those by hand, well, maybe in the maybe in the days gone by, they would have done this by hand, but I don't think anybody has the patience for it, even since the 1940s. But I think the inside here might have been hand done, because I'm not sure. I don't know, but I really do like it. It's like a dresser scarf. And then I got these. And I thought these, I didn't know what I was getting. I knew there was some ribbon in there. I got to, here. And I got them home and I emptied them out, and they're ribbon, but they've got crystals on there. And these are not plastic, these are glass. And there are 3 of them, and I've seen these glass crystals. These are glass. I've seen these. These are not plastic. The plastic ones are cheap, but these are not plastic. I've seen these glass ones go for as much as $2 a piece and up. I'm pretty sure these are glass. If they're plastic, they're a very hard plastic, but I don't think they're plastic because I can tell by feeling them. There are 3 of them. Very pretty glass ones. Now, whether they're antique or not, I don't know. But I've seen them go for $3 or $4 at antique stores. So I was very happy with that purchase. That only cost all three of them for 99 cents. And then I got these little beads, the sequins. And I was thinking December Daily, Sue Hillis, if you're watching December Daily stuff here. So, besides all of this in my T-square, those were my thrift store finds. You know, and these are just, I limited myself. I kept myself to a budget. And the lady who checked me out was really nice to me. I liked her. I didn't like the manager so well. I thought she should have let me cut some of that fabric off. I thought that was kind of cheap. But I'll go back. I'll go back because I do find things I like there. So, but the lady who checked me out said, "Oh, what are you going to make?" I never tell them what I'm going to make. I never tell them. Because once they find out what you're going to make, up goes the price. Same way, if this were 99 cents were featured as in a project in a home decorating magazine, you can believe that all little samplers like this, vintage samplers like this, would be marked not 99 cents, but $20, $25. All right, that's the end of my story there. So, I can't wait to use some of this. You'll probably be seeing me use some of this in my artwork. Now, this big triangular curtain here, I think I can snip a part of it off. And it will be collage too, but won't that make a nice mask to spray through with ink sprays? I know it'll get all messy, but I'm just talking a little snippet of it. There's a good amount of fabric here. So, and then, you know, the other pieces, I certainly can't use it as a curtain. I can hang it in my studio across the corner or something. But anyway, I'm going to tap back now. Here I am with my earphones on. I hope you can hear me. This is Periscope Practice, and what I'm finding with this Periscope, I don't know what you can see here. I'm moving a lot. Sorry about that. I'm holding my camera in my hand, and it looks fuzzy. It looks fuzzy to me. And this is just a practice, so I am practicing because someday, when I'm very, very comfortable, I'm going to do a public broadcast. Really, I am. I watched Shannon Green last night, and believe me, she just jumped right into it, and I'm going, oh, she's brave. She's brave. I have to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. But I'm getting there, and what I don't have practice yet is I want to take it into my studio area and practice putting it up on. I don't have a tripod. I have kind of like a redneck setup. They call them redneck setups, where my little, oh, you don't even want to know. I hook it to my lamp pole, let's just say that way. And I think that I'm going to have trouble setting it. It's because I want to see people and I want to see the chat, and I do not have another device to watch on. Unless I can figure out how to watch on my laptop. But I think you can watch from the web on your laptop, but I don't think you see the comments. So, a lot of good that'll do me, because I want to watch the comments and film. And then the only other alternative is to somehow set up my phone so that when I turn it down onto my desk, as if I'm working, that I can still see the comments. And I don't quite have that configured yet on my work area. So I'm going to stop this broadcast. I don't know if you heard that, but Google Plus is buzzing me.